Jeremy, allow me to convey, before I start, to convey the greetings from the UN Secretary General Special Envoy for the Great Lakes region, Mr. Ginit, who should have been here with us, as Jeremy had pointed out, but because of the preoccupation with the events in Burundi, he could not join us. But he sent his greetings and wishes for this meeting. The role of the United Nations in peace building, as I pointed out during my introductory remarks, the UN itself was founded because the world leaders at that time wanted to make sure that war on the scale of World War II and the others would never occur again. In fact, the principle never again emerged from that time. None of us here is old enough, of course, to have experienced the brutalities of the Second World War, but I think from the history we knew what happened. So the world leaders were very keen that war should not occur. Well, you might say that this is a very utopian, but I think it's legitimate to aspire for that. So peace building is one of the pillars of the UN. The others, of course, are development and the promotion of human rights. But that is also at the heart of the matter when we talk about peace building, because as the UN Secretary General rightly noted, we cannot have peace without development, and you cannot have development without durable peace, and you cannot have development and peace without promotion of human rights. So I would like to underscore that important point that for durable peace to be attained in any context, there has to be broad-based development and also adherence to human rights. So the United Nations sees broad-based and equitable development as a primary instrument for ensuring durable peace. And this is why we promote equitable development across the world, including here. We are also involved in supporting the governments to involve people in the definition of the development needs of the country, because that is the starting point for their engagement with the development that would benefit them. So we promote, like here, we promote and we support the government's activities in involving all the citizens in the development of the country. Another important instrument that the United Nations uses for promoting peace is promotion of dialogue among people. So we pay tribute to Jeremy to have this sitting arrangement. We look at each other, we dialogue. That's the only way we can solve problems. And we have programs across the world that support dialogue within communities across countries. Now, when war breaks out, what do? We promote peace building, peace negotiations. I know you are all aware of our active involvement in many contexts, in the Middle East, in Syria, in Ukraine. We are not always successful immediately, but I think there are also successes where the actions of the United Nations are borne fruit. Countries like Liberia and Sierra Leone, the UN is very active in promoting peace building. But the United Nations also support peacekeeping, and Rwanda is a very good example. Across the world, we are supporting Rwanda's participation in many peace-building, missions that Rwanda stands out. Now it has 4,000 troops that are supporting peace-building operations across the world. My final word relates to conflict prevention. The UN puts a premium on conflict prevention. It is better to prevent conflicts and it is less costly than try to stop them when they happen. So we have a lot of programs on conflict prevention as well. I don't have time to detail them, but I'm sure many of you are familiar with them. So let me end by saying that you are all part of the United Nations, and the United Nations is part of you. So this endeavor that you are supporting here, I can also say that is an integral part of the United Nations efforts at peace building. So once again, thank you, Jeremy, and your colleagues for your passion for peace building across the world. Thank you for your kind attention. Murakoze Jana.